Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to today's virtual session of 9th Standard Political Science. Let us begin today's session with a very beautiful quote. There is nothing in this world that can trouble you more than your own thoughts. Children, in this quote, we hear about the immense power of our thoughts and how our thoughts are shaping our life. Many times, the real problems of life are not so big as we create them in our thoughts. Therefore, these thoughts create trouble for us. Children, yesterday I introduced the topic India's foreign policy. You came to know about the meaning and importance of foreign policy. Also, I discussed about the national interest. National interest and foreign policy are closely connected to each other. Then I discussed about the factors influencing foreign policy. Foreign policy decides what kind of relation to have with which country in the international system. But several factors affect foreign policy while it is being decided. I told you about those factors like geographical location, political system, economy, and national leadership. Along with this, I discussed about the administrative factors. Then you came to know about India's foreign policy. India got independence in 1947, and from them onwards we started shaping our foreign policy independently. The directive principles of state policy have laid down guidelines about how to shape foreign policy. Article 51 among the directive principles of state policy lay down the broad framework for foreign policy. According to it, India should give priority to safeguard international peace and security and resolve our international problems and disputes by peaceful means. And then you came to know some more objectives of India's foreign policy. Children, today I would like to discuss about a review of India's foreign policy. That's why it is necessary to open your history political science textbook. You should open page number 68 and listen to me carefully. A review of India's foreign policy. We shall take a review of India's foreign policy in two stages. The period from independence to 1990 can be considered as the first stage, and second stage would be from 1990 till date. India's foreign policy, the early phase. Prime Minister Pandit Nehru shaped India's foreign policy in the early period. He opposed colonialism through India's foreign policy. He took an internationalist position and gave priority to global peace and security. Three things influenced India's foreign policy in this period? We made an effort to understand all international events and developments independently without any pressure from any power. Peace has always been a central feature of India's foreign policy. The threats from China and Pakistan were also taken into account. One more feature of India's foreign policy at this time was the insistence on self reliance. So, children, in the beginning, India decided to improve relation with countries in Asia. Efforts were taken to cooperate with Asian countries in order to achieve development and to keep our independence intact. This concept of regional development later expanded to include Africa as well. But some Asian African countries participated in the military pacts led by either by America or the Soviet Union. This stopped the process of regional development. After this, countries of Asia and Africa which did not participate in these military pacts supported the concept of non alignment. Peace and freedom became the fundamental principles of non aligned policy. In this period, India had to face conflict with the neighboring countries. Wars happened between India and Pakistan over the Kashmir question in 1947-48 and 1965. In the Third War that happened in 1971, Pakistan broke apart and independent Bangladesh was created. In the decade of the 1970s, there came about some stability in India's foreign policy. India had risen as a powerful regional power in South Asia by conducting nuclear tests in 1974. India had also proved her nuclear capability. From 1980, however, some changes began to take place. In order to increase cooperation among South Asian countries, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, that is known as SAARC, was established. India initiated a dialogue to improve relations with China. India also started interaction with America for cooperation in the field of security. So, children, Prime Minister Pandit Nehru shaped India's foreign policy of non alignment. He opposed colonialism through India's foreign policy. So, children, Pandit Nehru, he was not in favor of colonialism. He took an internationalist position and gave priority to global peace and security. India's foreign policy aimed at self reliance. India decided to improve relation with countries in Asia. Efforts were made to increase cooperation to achieve development. The concept of regional development later expanded to include the countries of Africa. This Afro-Asian unity found expression in the concept of non-alignment. Peace and freedom became the fundamental principle of non-aligned policy. The policy of non-alignment enabled India to get help from both the superpowers, America as well as the Soviet Union. The technology required for strengthening India's defense was imported from the Soviet Union, France, and West Germany. In this period, wars began in India and Pakistan on the Kashmir issue took place in 1947-48 and 1965. In 1971, Pakistan broke apart and independent Bangladesh was created. In the decade of 1970s, India had risen as a powerful regional power in South Asia. By conducting nuclear tests in 1974, India had also proved her nuclear capability. South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, that is known as SAARC, was established to increase cooperation among South Asian countries. India initiated a dialogue to improve relations with China, and India also started interaction with America for cooperation in the field of security. So, children, here I have discussed about India's foreign policy, the early phase. Now, in the next part, I will discuss the first stage and the second stage of India's foreign policy.